Welcome everyone, this is Like It's 1985 with another action figure review. Today I'm going to take a look at G.I. Joe Sigma 6 Frontal Assault Duke right here. Now Frontal Assault Duke, he stands 8 inches tall, which is about the average for a Sigma 6 figure. There are some that are taller and there are some that are shorter, but 8 inches tall is the norm, which is a nice departure from what we get today with the the 4-inch or the 3 3/4-inch action figures. Now I say today because this line is discontinued. It came out about 2006 or so and lasted for about a year, I think. And they released some really awesome figures. The nice thing about the figures is they're big, they're tall. They've got a lot of accessories that come with them, and the accessories that you do get are usually pretty nice, and actually they're pretty big and detailed. And they use a lot of real type of materials like metal, elastic, Velcro, and that type of stuff throughout the figures to add more realism and more detail. But on to Mr. Frontal Assault Duke. As you can see, his outfit is primarily black and this, I guess, khaki colored. I wish they would have maybe just painted the whole thing or cast the whole thing in black plastic because I really like that look. But I guess they wanted to provide some contrast. But if you take a look at his upper body, it's really nice. It's, Sigma 6 armor is what they call it. So really nice. I like that a lot. Now, starting with his head, this mask is removable. And once we take it off, we can see that either this guy has not been shaving for a very long time, or he's got some kind of fungus or something like that from keeping the mask on for so long. But you can definitely see discoloration. Anyhow, rotation in the head, 360, up and down. You do have 360 rotation in the shoulders. They go out like that. You do get a slight bend at the elbow, basically a 90-degree bend. Sigma 6 port there where you can plug in accessories from other figures if you want to. 360 in the wrist as well as the hinge joint here. Fingers are not articulated, they're just like semi-hard plastic, but you can move the fingers with some force and get the weapon in his hand. Very nice ab articulation, as you can see, and it really works nicely with the armor look. It looks very natural in that sense because it's just it's part of the armor. Rotation in the waist. Now if we go to the hip area, we get a wide range of articulation, front to back, to side like that. And we'll demonstrate on this leg here, a bend at the knee, swivels, and then you get the hinge on the ankle, and very nicely detailed on the sole of the boot. You can see the details, very nice detail there. I like that a lot. Now the first accessory here is already on his leg. You can see it's a holster that holds a very nice pistol, which we'll hold in his hand, and I'll demonstrate that in photos at the end of the review. But he's got that. Now, one of the signature traits of some of the lines of Sigma 6, there was like the Commando line and some others. I think the Commando line came with these are representative like army lockers, which is a really cool idea. And what they did is they packaged them so that this top part is separated from the bottom part. And in the packaging, in between these two pieces of plastic were the clear plastic where you can see the figure. So they really integrated the packaging, in that even when you open the figure up, you can use part of the packaging as a storage locker, which is really cool. Just plastic. Now, in Frontal Assault Duke's case, he comes with an instruction sheet, very basic stuff, and he comes with this odd-looking battery pack with this light. And apparently what this was for is to attract the customer's attention when it was in box. It would apparently flash, I guess. It's kind of odd because you think that eventually this will run out of battery, obviously. But this actually does come in the packaging. Thanks to Aries 0083 for explaining that to me. That's all you get, but you get a nice place to store your stuff. And as you'll see in my next review, my last Sigma 6 review, at least as far as my current collection goes, they'll have a foam inserts for even more realistic weapons locker effect. So on to the accessory, which is this beast right here. As you can see, it's pretty big, stands just darn near to the top of his head, so it's almost like 8 inches long. You can see there. So basically, this slings over his shoulder, soft plastic here, and you've got a backpack that plugs into the back of his back into the Sigma ports. And if you wind this thing up, probably see where this is going. And then you press this button right here. So that's pretty cool. That's all it really does. I thought this was a missile thing, but it actually is just like a scope. You got a nice handle here. Of course, the ammo belt runs from the gun to the backpack. The backpack, oddly enough, has this feature where these things pop out. I have no clue why that would be. The instructions just say that they are described as cartridges. And I don't see anywhere you can plug them into the gun. So, yeah, and they both come out, so that's kind of odd. But they just snap back in here, or should anyways. Well, I'll fix that later. But yeah, and then also you can see that this lifts up here, and you can release the belt, or you can just put it in here, and it stays pretty well if you have that down like that. So to keep the review short, I will demonstrate the weapons in his hands in photos. But this has been my review of Sigma 6 Frontal Assault Duke. Pretty cool. He's got obviously the big weapon is the draw of this figure. Without it, he'd be pretty plain. But again, I like Sigma 6 a lot. And like I said, there'll be one more review after this one, at least as far as my current collection goes. The next review will be on Sigma 6 Destro. And I'm bidding on a lot of Sky Bats, and I'm hoping to get a Ninja Bat, and also the Storm Shadow that's most like the original 1980s Storm Shadow, but is a Sigma 6 size figure. And I might want to pick up a Lieutenant Stone off of eBay, of course. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Until the next review, see ya.